move forward. So Leo, let's get into our topic, since we've got those quick updates there. And you inspired, after our Monday session yesterday, we got on the call, just me, you, and our fellow brother Matty. We were very excited. As we were talking, you brought up some things about going from the mind to the heart. I thought, man, that's a great topic. Let's cover that tomorrow. I said, are you available? You said yes. So before you go to work, how about you share, kick us off? Thanks, brother.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Stephen. Yeah, that conversation that we had yesterday, you know what, was the last thing that I thought I would be coming up with, but I realized that as we were talking, it just came out, and then what it made me realize is that I was actually it just flowed out because I was talking from my heart, not just from my head. And I talked a little bit about that with the boys yesterday after our little chat, and I was just thinking and looking back on my journey as far as with this crowd and also personal growth that I've had since then. And one thing I did notice that came up was that there was a lot of things that I looked at or that I saw as we were as I was learning about this business, and as I was learning about growing within myself. I found that I heard a lot of things, and I saw a lot of things, but then later on down the track, I found that I still wasn't doing these particular things. And then it got me thinking, and I was going, well, why is it that, I'm here, I can hear what people are saying, I know what people are saying, but I'm still not doing it? Is it a roadblock? This is what I'm thinking to myself. Is it a roadblock, or is it something to do with fear, or is it something to do with whatever it may be? And then just yesterday, I just realized that say like there was a letter B printed on the wall. I mean, everyone could look at that letter B and say, oh, yep, that's a letter B. Yep, no worries. Yep, I know it. Yep, that's a letter B. And then just carry on. But what I found was that I could look at that letter B, but then not understand what that letter B is, and putting it back to our business or life in general. When we're building our businesses, or when we're changing our mindsets or growing within ourselves, we see a lot of things. We see people that come on to these Zooms and teach us and show us how to build our businesses and how to build ourselves within. But we only see it on a face value. We just see it as, oh yes, okay, I understand that. But then we don't go any deeper than that. We don't go under any deeper and try and understand why that person was saying it, or what emotional contact, or what emotional connection does that have for me. And that's what I realized I was doing. I was looking at things at face value, and they would say it over and over and over and over again, and I'll be going, oh yep, oh yep, oh yep. But then it'll take one moment, as Stephen would say, like you come to a stage where you have an aha moment, and then all of a sudden it becomes an emotional thing as far as what you see. And then that's when you start to understand that particular thing that you've been listening to all the time. Because also you hear people when they say, oh, I've heard that before. Oh, I've heard that before, I've heard it many times before. But, we have to, as human beings, we sometimes don't get it the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or even sixth time, and that's the importance of the repetitive of teaching yourself about success, teaching yourself about growing. You have to hear it repetitively, because sometimes you don't get it, and it takes a few goes before you do. So for me, that's what and the realizations is what I've come to know is that even though I've heard it so many times, it doesn't mean that I get it, because it's still up here in the head, you know, as information. But that information hasn't dropped down into here, where it becomes an emotional attachment, and then that's when things catch on fire. You know, is when it starts burning in here. That's when you decide, whoa, yeah, I got that. Yeah, I'm going to run with this particular thing. You know, just another thing. You know, we all have keys as entrepreneurs, as people who are trying to build themselves, build our businesses, relationships, whatever it may be. We all have a set of keys, which says success, and so it's up to us to use those keys. And one of those keys might be, hey, go and share this business with somebody. Well, you can hear that, go and share this business with somebody a million times, and just say, oh yeah, yep, but it just stays up here as information. But until you use that key of let's go share this business, chuck it into that heart of yours, turn it, open it, and then expect whatever comes out from it, then you can never move forward in that particular area. So really, it's the understanding I've had as far as from your mind to your head is that you can store all the information you want, or you can have all the information about what you needed to become successful in your brain. But until you grab those keys to success and unlock that individual door, or whatever pathway you're using, whether it be getting up early, going to do exercise, or whatever it may be, whatever key that unlocks you to move on, and unless you have that key and chuck it into your heart, turn it and open that door and take what comes from that, it'll be a lot harder to move forward. That's the understanding I have as far as my walk is concerned. So yeah, it's just one way of looking at it, and there's nothing like having that emotional connection to what you're doing. And that's the reason why we talk about when you start this business, you got to have a why. You know, you got to have a reason, and that reason is got to have some kind of emotional attachment to it. And until you grab your keys to success, pop them in that lock, turn it, open it up, open that door up, it's going to probably be still jiggering up here as information. Yeah, so that's just my little take on as far as trying to get things from your head out of your head, and just drop it into that heart. Open that door up with your set of keys that you've been given. You know, everyone has got them. We just got to learn how to plug it into a that heart of yours, where that emotional attachment can be unlocked, and then you know, and then you can move forward on that. So thanks, Stephen. I thought that's all I need to share for now. Thanks, brother.
You know what? That's so amazing, and you probably feel it from what Leo's been sharing this morning, and why it inspired the topic that we're talking about today, which is going from your mind to your heart. Because, you know, Leo has been consistently on Zooms morning and evenings for a long time. He has plugged in. He's one of the leaders on a Monday production hour crew. And just because we are part of something doesn't mean we're not going to learn or have an aha moment at some point, sometime. And like he said, yesterday was another aha moment for him, which unlocked another part of his growth, not just in Crowd One, but definitely Crowd One, but also his life. And so that's the importance of plugging into success, plugging into places where people are continuously growing. And our team No Sleep is one of those places. Our Greater Crowd Network is another. And so when you do that, you give yourself, I give myself an opportunity to grow further along from where I've been, and to the next stage of what I wish and hope and desire inside my life, what you wish and hope, desire for your life. And like Leo said, Sometimes we get to think, oh, I've seen that before. You know what? You may not realize it, but why is it that the greatest companies on earth continue to advertise? You know, Nike, why do they need to advertise when they are already incredibly successful? Coca-Cola. You think about any great company worth their salt, and they are still advertising and fine-tuning what they do. Why do they do that? They know that advertising works, and though they're great, they've got great partly through advertising consistently. And so that's why we share Zooms consistently, why we encourage people to plug in consistently. You know why? Because just like advertising for the greatest companies on earth, it works. It will get through to you at some point, and like the advertisers know, Coke, as I keep doing enough, someone is going to want to have a Coca-Cola. Maybe you're listening to that, you go, yeah, I want one right now. And or you hear Nike, and then you think, wow, yeah, I could do with some new shoes. See, it sparks something sometime. And so when you come onto a production hour, a presentation, or a training, it will spark something sometime. And like Leo was saying, you may just see C or B for crowd one, go, yeah, yep, C, yeah, I get it. B, yeah, I get it. But at some point, you will get it. And there'll be that's the difference from, like Leo said, the information as it becomes a reality, and it affects your heart. It plugs into the emotions, and you'll find your life well up again, and then you'll get the drive to move forward again. And this is the right time to have that breakthrough. And I hope you are having that breakthrough, even as you're listening today, that you're having perhaps another aha moment in your life. Leo's was yesterday. Are you having yours today? And we'd love to hear from you in this topic. So who would love to share this morning, going from your mind to your heart and the difference it's making in your life?